In the heart of the bustling city of Veridia stood an old ivy-covered building that many overlooked. Among the city's residents was 16-year-old Lila, a curious and imaginative girl with a penchant for adventure. One rainy afternoon, seeking refuge from the downpour, Lila dashed into the grand library. She shook off the rain and looked around, her eyes widening at the sight of towering bookshelves that seemed to touch the sky. As she wandered through the aisles, a peculiar feeling tugged at her, a sense that the library was alive, watching her every move. Dismissing it as her imagination, Lila continued exploring until she stumbled upon a section she had never seen before, the Forgotten Wing. The entrance was marked by an ornate archway, its details faded with time. Intrigued, Lila stepped through, her footsteps echoing on the marble floor. The air grew cooler, and the scent of aged paper filled her nostrils. Shelves lined with ancient tomes stretched endlessly, and a soft golden light illuminated the area. At the center of the wing stood a grand wooden desk, behind which sat an elderly man with a long silver beard and twinkling eyes. He looked up from his book and smiled warmly. "Welcome, Lila," he said, his voice gentle yet resonant. Lila blinked in surprise. "How do you know my name?" The man chuckled softly. "This is no ordinary library. I am Elias, the keeper of the Forgotten Wing. Here, the books choose their readers, and the stories within come to life." Lila's skepticism was evident, but her curiosity overpowered it. "Come to life? How?" Elias gestured to a nearby shelf. "Choose a book and you'll see." Hesitant yet eager, Lila scanned the titles until one caught her eye. The Enchanted Forest. She pulled it from the shelf and opened it. Instantly, the world around her dissolved, and she found herself standing at the edge of a lush, vibrant forest. Birds with iridescent feathers flitted between trees, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Lila gasped, turning to see Elias beside her. "Remember," he said, "the stories here are as real as you make them. Embrace the adventure, and you'll find what you seek." With that, Elias vanished, leaving Lila alone in the enchanted forest. She took a deep breath and ventured forward, her senses alive with the magic of the place. As she walked, she encountered various creatures: a talking fox who offered riddles, a wise old owl who shared tales of the forest's history, and a mischievous sprite who led her to hidden glades. Each interaction taught her something new, not just about the forest but about herself. Hours seemed to pass, though time felt fluid in this realm. Eventually, Lila reached a clearing where a majestic tree stood, its branches stretching toward the heavens. At its base sat a young woman, her hair cascading like a waterfall of gold, and her eyes reflecting the depths of the universe. "Welcome, Lila," the woman said, her voice melodic. "I am Seraphina, the guardian of this realm." Lila felt a sense of déjà vu. "Do I know you?" Seraphina smiled. "In a way." Lila smiled. "I am a manifestation of your inner hall of the grand library. The courage you didn't know you possessed." The rain had stopped, and confusion clouded Lila's mind, casting a warm glow. "But why am I here?" She walked out into the bustling city. "To discover that you are never truly alone," her heart light and her spirit renewed. "Even knowing that no matter where life took her, there is a light within you that guides and protects." As Seraphina spoke, memories flooded Lila's mind. Times when she felt isolated, misunderstood, and afraid. Yet, in each instance, she had found a way through, drawing on a resilience she hadn't recognized until now. Tears welled in Lila's eyes. "I understand now. The stories, this place. It's all a reflection of what's inside me." Seraphina nodded. "Exactly. And remember, the library will always be here when you need it." With that, the world around Lila began to fade, and she found herself back in the Forgotten Wing, the open book in her hands. Elias stood nearby, his eyes filled with pride. "Well done, Lila," he said. "You've unlocked the true magic of this place." Lila closed the book, a newfound confidence radiating from her. "Thank you, Elias. I'll never forget this." As she turned to leave, Elias called after her. "Remember, the library's doors are always open to those who seek its wisdom." Lila smiled and stepped back into the main hall of the Grand Library. The rain had stopped, and sunlight streamed through the windows, casting a warm glow. She walked out into the bustling city, her heart light and her spirit renewed, knowing that no matter where life took her, she was never truly alone.